Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me today for something a little bit different to what I usually do on a Sunday. First of all, big thanks to Dawn at Retrovation and Angela at Sunshine Antiques. If you don't follow them, then you need to. Their stuff is absolutely fantastic. And they run Salvage Sundays, which I'm participating in today. It's at the end of every month, and it gives a nice little community of dealers to do a stock drop, to sell to you at home and to showcase what they have. So I'm very honoured to be a part of that today, and hopefully every month moving forwards. I thought we'd have a little bit of fun with it, hence the outfit, turned it into Sunday Fun Day. You can probably guess the decade and the era that I'm going for from the dress, but if you can't, I'm going to take you back to the 1970s. It's my birth decade. I'm not quite 1970, but not too far off. So without further ado, I'm going to show you what I have, starting with this lovely converted, what I think was once a brandy bottle as opposed to wine. I'm pretty sure it's brandy. Part of its original label is still intact. It has been converted, it does work, and I will post to my stories afterwards a photograph of it with a bulb in, just to show that it is working just fine. That one's £45. And then I've also got these two lovely lampshades of a similar theme. They're too small, unfortunately. I think, in my opinion, it needs or warrants a bigger shade on there, maybe a nice big raffia or rattan one. But these are lovely in their own right. There's a pair, they're quite unique. Each of them is different. I suspect they've been made by somebody at home. They'd suit a nice tall tapered lamp base. They also feature labels. So the oilcloth that they're made with, it's various, I think, wine and cognac labels. So I thought these were quite cute, and they've just got very basic little clip-on shades. They're £35 for the pair. There's this gorgeous pure linen in immaculate condition stag tea towel. Now, over the last probably 7, 8, 9 years, I've done a lot of supplies to Cath Kidston when they're doing their store outfittings and when they're producing their magazines for photo shoots. So I've supplied the props to them in their multitude, and they love a tea towel, and they frame them and put them up on the wall in their stores, and I think that's a fabulous idea. This is a really nice size, it's a beautiful quality, and it's £15 if you would like to own it. I've got this bag, very, very boho. I think it's fabulous. Original 1970s, great condition. That's £14, pretty cool. Oh, and before I forget, I'm jingle jangling away. This lovely shell bracelet is £12. Again, that is an original vintage one to show you there. We've got a swan. I believe these would have been used not just for decoration, but for ashtrays. Not encouraging anybody to smoke, obviously. This is £20. It's got a lovely, it's really, really heavy. It's got a lovely weight to her, not him. Well, actually, it could be either. And it's in lovely condition. Smoked glass at the bottom and then clear at the top. I've got two baskets to show you. One, oh, she says breaking something. This is a bin. I love it. It's so cute. It's got plastic beads all around the top. The condition of it for its age is really lovely. That's £25. And the other basket I've got to show you, also £25, is this. What is traditionally a sewing basket, or you could put your balls of wool in there if you're a knitter, or of course you could just, you know, well, I say you could use it as a plant pot, but it's a shame not to have it used with its lid. But if you like your storage baskets, that one's £25 as well. And it's got this, bang on trend at the minute. Everyone's loving the canary yellow. So it's got this lovely yellow plastic weave running through it. Wouldn't be the 70s without some stacks. And here we have got a family of 3. They are made from teak. I'll give them a polish before I post them off. I put my hand by them to give you an idea of size. So we've got daddy, mummy and baby, all in pretty good order. I have noticed, I think that the antler, actually I'm questioning myself now. So I think the antler might have taken a little knock, but now that I'm looking at it from this angle, I think it might just be the way that it's carved. It's slightly smaller, but that's the only thing I can find to point out about those. But they're a lovely family, and they're £25. I've got this fabulous vase, very kitsch. I mean, if you're liking your yellows at the moment, It reminds me a little bit of India Tree, of the pattern India Tree, which it isn't that, but it's like a more modern version of that. So that's the big vase there, quite a decent size. It's as big as my head, really ought to get a ruler. That's £20, and then the posy vase is 15, or if you'd like the both, then £30 for the pair. There's a wonderful magazine rack. Now, I know I said we're doing all things 70s. This is probably late 60s, probably 68, 69. It's a Parisian scene on both sides. It's in beautiful condition. And what I really like about it, I'll try not to blind you with the ring light, it's got its original WH Smith sticker, price tag on the bottom. I can't quite make out the price. I can see a handwritten number 2 there, but my price to you is £30 if you would like it. There's a meat tray. I mean, this is lovely. It looks like it hasn't been used, and best of all, it's got its original box. So if that doesn't make you hungry, I don't know what will. That's £12, like I say, lovely condition with its box. And then we've got some, if you like your avocados, oh gosh, I need to not break them, I'm forever dropping things. This is a set of 4 glass, moulded glass avocado dishes. I've been and got an avocado out the fridge just to demonstrate. This is a rather large avocado, I say rather large. This is the size that you would buy individually from Aldi, as opposed to when you buy them in the pack, you always seem to get the smaller ones. But yeah, they're quite cute, aren't they? They're £14 for the set of 4. We've got some glasses. These are just gorgeous. Maybe the wrong time of year to be showing you. I mean, these would probably be perfect for the Christmas table, definitely be perfect for the Christmas table. But there's a set of 6. Again, they're absolutely pristine, and they're £30 for the set. I've got lots more glasses. If there's anything in particular you're after, just let me know. If you've got a wedding or a special occasion coming up, tell me what your theme is and what colours you like, and I'll get down the cellar and I'll send you photographs of what else there is. Also, there's this. I did think this would make a lovely Father's Day gift. It's in its original packaging. It's a 3-piece bar set, and for anyone who's got a man cave or who goes camping, this is really, really cute. It looks as though it has never been used. It is immaculate, and it's £15. I've got these trivet stands. There's a set of 4. Again, they are in really nice condition. I had spotted on one of them 1 or 2 marks. It looked like a little bit of candle wax, so I may be able to wipe that off. But nothing that I think you'd notice unless I pointed out to you. So there's 4 of those, and that's £15 for the set of 4. There's 2 pots. They're coffee pots, but in my house they would be used as teapots because I'm a big tea drinker. This one, again, just classic 1970s, that barleycorn design. Anybody who's as old as me will remember that. We used to have corn dollies on our kitchen wall for most of my childhood, and baskets. We didn't live anywhere remotely rural, but yeah, that was the theme in our kitchen. And then there's this one as well, and it's actually stamped. You might not be able to pick that up, but it's stamped 1973 on the bottom. I always think it's lovely when there's a year there, not just because it helps me date them, but it's just nice to know that this is slightly older than I am. I've got 4 soup bowls. These are the classic Tams soup bowls. There's a set of 4. We've got a teal one, there's 2 brown, and then the other one is blue. So 1 teal, 1 electric blue, 2 brown, and they're £16 for the set of 4, again in beautiful condition. I need to not break these. These are 2 lovely bud vases, again very much back in fashion at the moment. You don't need to put anything in them. Obviously, traditionally you would put a single stemmed whatever, be it a rose or something from a cutting garden would look lovely in those, but actually I just think they're so nice positioned on their own, especially if you can put them either on a fireplace or maybe on a windowsill somewhere where they catch the light. Just the amber and that shade of green is absolutely beautiful. And of course that, you never get 2 the same. So this pair is £30 for the pair. Bambi over here, if I can reach over to Bambi without knocking everything flying. This I just think would be absolutely gorgeous in a child's bedroom or nursery. It's a really beautiful painting. It is in its original frame. There are little signs of age, like the joints in the corners aren't perhaps as neat or quite as flush as they once were. As happens with age, all of our joints get a bit creaky, don't they? But the scene in that is just beautiful. This ring light's driving me crackers. Just need to put the big light on. But yeah, if you look at the detail, I think that one's lovely. And that's £30 for that. There's a telephone. Again, a lot of you will remember these. Now I'm going to say two things to you. This is in working order. However, just be aware that a lot of BT homes now with BT landlines are switching over to digital. Now, I've not had a landline for about 3 years now, so I can't tell you if this is working on the new digital network, but maybe somebody who's watching will know if these traditional plug-in phones work on the digital network or not. I'd like to think they do, otherwise it means everyone's got to go out and get a new phone set. But I'm just putting that out there first of all. Anyway, it is beautiful in really, really lovely condition. I keep seeing these. My daughter's just done a campaign for Glaze Hair Company, and they've got these phones for all the models to be like posing with the phones. I've seen loads of magazine spreads and things as well. So if you're a photographer and you're after a prop, then perfect. That's yours for £40 if you would like it. We've got some annuals, and look at this. Who remembers the Blue Peter Bring and Buy? So this one was the princely sum of 2p, and this one was 5p. Now, I will tell you, if you want to buy them, just message me and ask me first about condition rather than me rattling on too much about them. But they do have, for example, a name written on them. And then I've also got this Play School one, and some of the pages at the front are loose. So if you're particularly interested in these, ask me on condition so I can give you a run through first. The Tammy ones are £10 for the two. I'd like to sell those together. And then Play School, it's £8. Right, gosh, I sound like I'm practicing my French. I'm not. This is the Dairy Book of Home Management, and again, if you were my age, you probably would have had one of these at home in the kitchen. They're just wonderful. It's like kind of like your go-to encyclopedia, and it's everything like from home remedies to, you know, how to bake, how to feed your pets. So yeah, a lot of you will probably, you know, have some form of familiarity with that. We've got this. This is a wine pourer. Again, it's in really, really lovely condition. This is £8. So yeah, you just pop your bottle of wine in, lovely in the summer on the garden, on the table, stops the wine slipping out of your hand and smashing as well. And then we've got a classic peacock chair, not big enough to sit in, but quite cute if you wanted to put a little spider plant on there. I've seen people having them on the desk and putting that as a mobile phone holder. So yeah, that one's £15, and again, it's in really lovely condition. There's a briefcase. Whoops. Here we go. This is faux leather. So yeah, I mean, again, it's very 1970s, quite cool. In fair condition, it's not perfect. You can see where once upon a time it's had someone's label or name tag or work purse on it, or some kind of sticker. But it's £15. I think for £15, it is quite a nice buy. And then this is a bit of a pièce de la résistance. I absolutely love it. It's Camilo Pottery. Camilo are a Polish company. This is, again, really back in fashion, and it's becoming increasingly hard to find and to source. So this is the coffee pot here. The design on it is absolutely beautiful. And then with it, there's the milk jug and the sugar dish, which again are just beautiful. The colours are lovely. And then it also comes with 4 cups and saucers. I mean, they're just divine. This is a lot more expensive than the other things. My best price on this is £150, but it is pristine. It may have been used, but it looks like it's never been touched. It looks as though it's been in a display cabinet. So £115 for the set for that. And then my other big buy I'll hit you with both the expensive ones now. These are gorgeous. These are by a potter. His name is Brian Smith. If you want to look him up, he's Brian with a Y. I think he's Cheshire based, which is just north of where I am in Shropshire. And I believe from what I've read about him, and somebody actually got in touch with me to tell me a bit more about him, I believe that he had a studio in Cumbria from 1969 onwards. It's lovely. It's, again, really fashionable right now, this type of pottery. It's incredibly heavy, which is why I'm holding them with two hands. What you will notice is that one of the holders, the bulb holders, has been replaced. It doesn't make any difference. Oh my gosh, I nearly slipped them. It doesn't make, I say any difference, it doesn't make too much difference. The base size is almost the same in each of them when you've got your shades on them. They don't come with shades. And they've got incredibly long leads. So if you've got a plug at one end of the room, but you want them on the far side, no problem. If you are looking out for Brian Smith's pottery, it doesn't have the initials of BS, which you would understand. Maybe that's not choice initials to go with. But what you have is the initials here, the stamp, which is WH. And WH is for White House, and that's what he called his Cumbrian-based pottery company that he set up, is White House Ceramics. And so yes, so this is a lovely pair of Brian Smiths, and my best price on those is £175, and again they are in perfect working order. And can't go without showing you this. Now, most people have got at least a king size or a super king bed because we're all very used to having lots of space these days. But of course, back in the day, it was pretty much a double bed or nothing. So this is a 4'6" bedspread. It's £20. It's in lovely condition. I have washed it and it's washed perfectly, and so it's all nice and fresh and clean. It is your classic synthetic 1970s fringed bedspread. I'd say it's not quite as bright as an ochre, and I'm telling you this because I know colours can vary sometimes when you're filming, but it's not quite a gold. It's a bit of a muted mustard colour. Let me hold it close so you can see. But yeah, I mean, it's again, if you like your retro for £20, that's quite a good buy. And last but not least, I am quickly scanning the table because I always do this and then there's something I've forgotten to show you, but I do think that is everything I'm showing you today except for this fabulous, absolutely massive crocheted blanket. So if you've got a camper van, or if you're heading off camping, or again you just want to add a nice bit of vintage charm to your home, then this is absolutely fabulous. It's £30. It is pretty heavyweight. Like I say, it's handmade, and there are a few not perfect knots in it. So when, I can't find an example now to show you, but for example, when one ball of wool has been finished, here we go, and another has been started in a few places, you can see the little ties. I'm not going to attempt to tidy it up. It will come to you like that. So yeah, if that's for anybody. Did I say the price? I think I said £30, but if I didn't, I'm telling you now, that's a £30 fabulous buy. It would make a lovely, I want to say it'd make a lovely dog blanket, but it's too lovely for your dog. But yeah, so that is nice if anyone's going off camping, or just to throw across the end of your bed. And yeah, guys, that is, oh no, gosh, sorry, two things to show you. This, I love it, so 70s. It's a cocktail stick holder. So again, if you're lucky enough to have a home bar, or if you just, like to have your picky teas, put the buffet out on the table, you can put your cocktail sticks in there. So that's a cute little mouse coming out of a walnut. Here's £10. And then this one won't be to everybody's taste. It is very kitsch. It's 2 leaping salmon. It's got an iridescent glaze. It's what we call a mantle vase. We call them mantle vases because they're thin enough to sit on a mantle, and that is £15. And I promise now, I do think that that is everything. Unless, of course, somebody wants to buy the dress. I mean, by all means, get in touch if you do. It is a beauty. But thank you so much for watching. If you want to buy anything, obviously postage. I don't rip people off with postage. I'll charge you what it costs me to send. And I just need to know, first of all, whereabouts you are, because Highlands and Islands can be a little bit more with couriers than they are with Royal Mail. So I tend to do couriers because, you know, ordinary they're a little bit cheaper. Unless you tell me you want special delivery, no problem. If you're happy to pay for that, that's fine. And if you're overseas as well, again, I'll just need to price it for you. And of course, it will depend on if you say, I want magazine rack and I want the vase. If I can pack things together safely without risk of them getting broken, then I'm happy to do that. So yeah, just message me, drop a message below in the comments if there's anything you're interested in, and I'll try and get back to everybody this evening. I will do my best to do it in first come, first served order, just to keep it fair. And thank you so much for watching, and again, huge thanks to Dawn and Angela and all of the other dealers on here. Thank you so much for having me along. It's been fantastic. All right, take care, lots of love. Bye.